Boom! Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be covering off the third part of my video, which is C for content. Now, when it comes to content, it's not just about written content, blogs and so forth. Basically, anything you do online is content, whether it be an Instagram post, whether it be a tweet, whether it be an ebook, a checklist, infograph, video, audio, podcast, anything that you upload onto the internet, anything you have to click publish to, anything that gives value via any media type, that is content. And we've all heard the saying where content is king, but valuable content is the ultimate king. Not only does the content need to give value, but it needs to be unique. Unique, basically, in my opinion, is adding you to the content. There's nothing wrong with getting a quote that has been created 50 years ago and applying what you know and how that quote affects your life and your personal individuality. You need to put you in everything that you do. Now, I actually have an acronym to what you means, and it's Y.O.U. And it's about the sounds that the letters make. So Y is about knowing your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? And making sure that you align your marketing message, your content, to your why. Now, there's obviously a great book by Simon Sinek that I always talk about, which is Start With Why. If you haven't checked out his TED video, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but make sure you check it out. I watch it often because it just bloody inspires me, and I think he's such an amazing character and all his content is amazing. Follow Simon Sinek, I'll put links below, but the Y.O.U acronym is first why. Know why you're doing it. O is for those oh wow moments. When you're doing anything online, you need to have an oh wow moment. You need people to go, oh wow, I didn't know that. Or, oh wow, that's a really cool angle of understanding, a cool angle of what you've done, or a different translation of an older concept. There is nothing wrong with getting something, adding you into it, and recreating it with a repurpose. I think it's the most powerful part of the internet and what we have an ability to do. So that's the Y, that's the O, and then of course, there's you. Without you, this content can't exist. It can't be created, it can't be written. You are a driving force in your business or in anything that you're doing. So remember, Y.O.U applies to anything that you do online, and especially in the content, and it's know your why, create O moments, and bloody put you into it. You are the unique part of any marketing exercise you do. I can't stress this enough. And without you, none of the wheels turn. It doesn't exist, there's no point. So that's my U little acronym. Now back to content. There's hundreds of millions of different ways you can create content. What's really powerful is when you can repurpose content. This is why I love video, because when you do video, not only can you record a 10-minute piece of information, which is content, you can then grab that 10-minute video and you can slice it up into little bits and bytes, and which I call micro content. Now, micro content is really powerful because you can get the golden nugget of any video that goes for 10 minutes, share that golden nugget on lots of different media, and that's more engaging because it's going to be that 10-second golden nugget that people are more willing to engage with when they're on the run and in their busy schedule. And then you can invite them to watch the longer part of the video. If you enjoyed this small 15-second bite size, then watch the full 10-minute video and you're going to be blown away. So you create the video, you create micro content, then you get the videos transcribed, and then all of a sudden you have a written format of the video, which you may need to tweak a little bit, and then you create a blog. So now you have a blog version of exactly the same amount of work and effort that you've already done. Then people start commenting on it, and you might find that there's a theme of maybe some of the questions and some of the ideas that are in the blog. So then you send that blog along with the comments to someone who will create an infographic on exactly the same content that came from the video. Do you see where I'm going with this, guys? Once you start creating content in a smart manner, you can actually repurpose it over and over and over by doing the work once and hitting the marketing channels in all different directions. This, for me, is what's bloody exciting about digital marketing these days, is that it's all about working smarter and not harder. So if you're sitting there scratching your head on how to write a blog and you don't even know where to start, I say scrap that, get a camera, start recording some of your ideas, slice it up, micro content it, repurpose it, get it transcribed, get it proofread, then turn that into a blog. Then there's a tweet line that could possibly come out of that content. So now you have a tweetable part. You've got screenshots, so you can do maybe an Instagram photo. Like, it is just so powerful. Then you can grab the audio and upload that as a podcast and have an audio version of the bloody same content. My mind is blowing here, and I hope yours is as well. This is how powerful content can be, and you need to now start working smarter when creating content. Yes, it needs to be unique and it needs to have value, but just doing something is better than doing nothing. This is the reason why I love doing these challenges, because it gets me off my ass. Guys, it's 11:30 p.m. I've been up since 7 o'clock. I have the lowest amount of energy that I possibly have at the moment, which I probably don't, because I'm feeling quite excited because I'm talking to a camera, which is you, my audience. And that is just, buzzing me to the max. So if there is no excuse to get in the way of creating content. It's so easy to do it on the run. You could almost be doing this on the train if you really felt comfortable. You could do it while you're walking. You can be creating content while you're multitasking. Let's just say you're not comfortable with doing a video. Grab your headphones, put the microphone in, and talk what you want to say. Then send that off to a copywriter. They write it up into a blog. Then you have little bite-sized tweets. Then you can create the video where you talk about, you can then use the blog as your script. You don't have to do it the way that I've explained it. There are many ways that you can achieve this goal of creating content and then repurposing the content into so many different ways. By the hell of it, you could even get someone to make it into an animation. If the blog that you wrote basically is a step or a process, and you feel that someone could animate it, you can jump on tools like Fiverr and get animations made for like $30 or $40. It's probably going to be the best amount of money that you spend, but it's about creating the content once and then repurposing it. And the reason why we need to do this is because people these days are absorbing content in different ways. Some people are listening to podcasts, some people enjoy watching videos, other people love reading. I don't read. If an article doesn't have a video, I'm highly likely not going to engage with it. I'll probably look at the image, and the first thing I'm doing is scrolling up and down to see if there's a video. So that's just how I like to receive content. But you need to create content in a way that you're appealing to different markets and segments. And then on top of that, you can do a little snap while you're actually doing the video, or periscope it. So then you're appealing to other audiences while you're creating the content. Like, guys, it is just absolutely amazing. I was watching a blab last night by JLD, who's the EO Fire podcast guy, Entrepreneurs on Fire. He's an amazing guru from America, who's basically just crushing it online with podcasts. He does a daily podcast and interviews people. And he was doing a podcast. He was doing a blab while he was periscoping and sending out Snapchats and watching the finale of his Kickstarter campaign. So there was all these marketing wheels. And in 3 hours, it was a 3-hour blab, he raised anywhere, I think it was about $25,000 to $30,000 on his Kickstarter campaign. The guy made $30,000 in 3 hours just by doing a blab, a periscope, some tweets, and dedicating 3 hours of his life. He now has that audio content, that video content that he can repurpose, and it's just about working smarter. So as you can tell, I'm a little bit excited about the section C for content. So, guys, start creating content, but importantly, publish it. You need the content online for people to see it. Simple. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure you're subscribing. Tomorrow we move into D, which is about dominating, and I'll get into that for tomorrow. But basically, subscribe to the videos. Get these videos on a daily basis. YouTube will tell you when I put the video up, so you don't have to always check, because I know you're always refreshing the page for when I'm uploading. So yeah, remember that you always need to be sharpening your saw to be razor sharp.